thing. Started with arm reaches. Nice to my knees. Arms are moving. All right, and then 15 seconds, we'll get going with the first day of cardio. Today we're going to be doing low intensity jumping jacks and then also squat jumps. All right, so for low intensity jumping jacks, arms stay the same, just do one leg at a time. So we'll march. All right. Squat jumps are next. We're going to make it one fluid motion. Don't have to do a super deep squat, just enough to activate those quads. All right, so squat and then jump up. Not jumping super high, just enough so your toes leave the ground a little bit. So, and we'll march. All right, so first thing we are doing for lower body, we're going to start with good mornings, working on those hamstrings. We're going to do this for 1 minute. Then we've got some sumo squats to do. All right, so for good mornings, we're going to keep our back nice and flat, hinge at the hips until you feel stretching those hamstrings. Come up and you squeeze your glutes. Way there. One more. Awesome. We'll march. All right, sumo squats are next. So this is basically just a wide-legged squat. Toes will be slightly pointed out. We're going to do this one for 45 seconds. It's going to work the inner thigh. Right, so we can get into that nice wide stance again. Toes pointed out. Squat and come back up. A little bit deeper than our jump squats. Knees are also following the direction of your toes. 10 more seconds. Awesome job. All right, we'll march. All right, so we are back to cardio, and then we've got 2 more things to do for the lower body. All right, jumping jacks are first. And feel free to do normal jumping jacks if you like. Some squats are next. All right, here we go. Awesome job. All right, continuing on with lower body, we are going to do hamstring curls first. So we'll do 30 seconds each leg. Then we'll also do rainbows in the high plank position at our desk. Again, 30 seconds each leg. All right, so for your hamstring curls, go ahead and hold on to something if you like. We'll stick with one leg to start. And we're just kicking our heel towards our glutes. Really make sure that hamstring is the one doing most of the work. Amazing, we'll march. And then we'll do the other leg. All right, same thing, other leg. Awesome, all right. So last thing for lower body, high plank position. We're just going to make a rainbow, kind of like an arch with our leg. Again, 30 seconds each side. All right, we can head to our desk. Let's make sure you have a nice engaged core. Oh, myself a little room. Just making a rainbow. Awesome. We'll march. All right, high plank. Engage the core. Same thing. Awesome job. Great. So back to cardio. And then we've got some core to do and then some upper body. Both of the core exercises today are going to be at our desk in the high plank position. All right, but jumping jacks are first. Here we go. Perfect. All right, here we go. Our squat jumps. All right, again, that was super cold earlier. All right, so for core, both are going to be a minute long. First one's just a desk plank hold. All right, so nice strong back, making sure our core is tight. We are just going to hang out here. And it definitely feels a little bit more if you put your heels on the ground instead of coming up on your tippy toes. Really make sure your back's engaged with this one also. You could take another step back for the last 30 seconds. Ten more seconds. All right, we can go ahead and march it out. All right, and our next thing for core is going to be another minute, and we're going to do mountain climbers. So we'll start off slow. It's basically like you're in a high plank position, but you're running in place basically. All right, so we'll start off slow. And the last 30 seconds will go a little fast. All right, so just knees coming up. All right, let's pick up the pace a little bit. Almost there. All right, very good. And we'll march. All right, we'll do another round of cardio. Then we've got upper body to do. All right, jumping jacks. Good. All right, squat jumps. Perfect. All right, so we've got arm pulses today for upper body. So we're going to do 30 seconds front raises, 30 seconds lateral raises. We'll do squeeze fist push-ups, and then we're going to do shoulder press. 3 or 4 directions. And we'll do 2 rounds. All right, so we can start with front raises. There's going to be no break in between these. We will take a 30-second marching break after this set. All right, lateral raises. All right, so then we'll squeeze our fists really tight and do bicep curls. All right, and now shoulder press. All right, very good. We'll march. Gonna add some half pulses with this next round. And then we'll do some more cardio and then we'll stretch it out. Almost there. All right, front raises with a half pulse. Here we go. All right, lateral raises. All right, bicep curls. So squeezing the fists. All right, shoulder presses. Awesome job. All right, we're going to start to slow things down. Do one last round of cardio. We'll take it a lot easier this round. I'll do just a little bit of stretching at the end. Start taking deep breaths. Low intensity jumping jacks. A lot slower. Awesome. We'll march. We'll do some squat jumps also. This time, instead of coming off the ground, you're just going to come up on your tippy toes. Not as big as a jump. All right, small squat. Like come up on your tippy toes. All right, amazing job. So let's get into our stretching. First stretch we're gonna do is we're gonna do a nice hamstring stretch. So we can go ahead and have a seat. I think all the ones we're doing today. We're just gonna be in our chair today. All right. So have a seat. We're still taking nice deep breaths, but this one you're gonna straighten one leg, keep the other leg bent, toes point up to the ceiling, and we'll lean down forward and get our hamstring stretched out. Reaching for my opposite foot. All right, slowly come on up. We'll do the same thing on the other leg. Very good. Come on up. All right, next one we're going to do is we're just going to be a lat stretch. So I'm just going to put one arm behind your head, just like this, just really stretching out this portion. All right, I'll let that one go. We'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, and you can let that one go. Last stretching that we're going to do, just going to focus on our wrists. All right, so we can gently pull back, pull back. You can push down, push down. Do some wrist rotations in and out. Kind of just go free for all, whatever you feel like you need. Flexion, extension, rotations. Feel free to do those. All right, very good. And that will do it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on Wednesday. Thank you.